Alright, so I just finished working on this puzzle piece, and I colored it orange, and I'm ready to put into a drawing file, an IDW. I go to my yellow eye, or I can hit new, either one. I'm going to do a standard IDW, hit OK. First thing, erase this ANSI large. Right click, delete. You can leave the border alone, go to the sheet, right click, and edit sheet. Size should now be A. Alright, base view. The last part you were working on should show up here. I called it orange. That's automatically there, ready to go. I can hit OK, or I can see it and hover right there. I'm just going to look at it and drop it right there. Now, as soon as I move my mouse past it, I get the top view, or to the side, I get the right view. I'm going to go through and drop all these views approximately where they're supposed to be. Come back to the middle, right click, create. Now this isn't very good because I'm overlapping here, and that's a bad thing. We don't want to have that happen. So I'm instead going to zoom out a little bit, and when I hover over a view, I can then go outside of it and I can move that view. I'm going to adjust this one so it's clearly on my page, and then I can bring this guy over a little bit and get things equally spaced out. I can also play with where the isometric is, and I'm pretty good to go there. I'm going to click once on the isometric view and then right click on it and edit view. I want that to be shaded. Here's my shaded button. So it looks pretty good. I can also change the size of these parts by right clicking, edit view, and changing the scale from 1 to 1. I can go up bigger, 2 to 1. So that looks, well, that's way too big. So I'm going to go back, edit view, go back to my 1 to 1. Okay. Next I want to annotate. Go to my annotate tool palette, hit dimension. I want to get some dimensions off here. We want the fewest amount of dimensions possible so that a machinist or a builder could accurately read your drawing. In this case, we're going to pick points. Bottom point, side to side, and drag down. As soon as it goes to a dotted line, that means it's a set distance that'll be consistent throughout. So we're going to use that setting and drop it right there, hit OK. Now, the width has been established. I have to establish height. Bottom line to top line, and drag it over and drop it. Hit OK. Now, that's important. I have my overall width and my overall height. You got to have that. I'm putting my dimensions on the bottom, in this case, so they're anchored, and I'm moving this one to the right side so it can kind of be shared by the right side view. Next, I have to just explain how tall this step is right here. From corner to corner. I'm going to drop it right there. Now we got a slight problem. This is kind of cramped here. When two dimensions are going like this, we have to allow for their spacing to be appropriate. I'm going to select this dimension and move it out farther to the next time it's dotted, and move this one out until the next time it's dotted. Now the spacing is equal and correct, and it looks nicely. If for some reason you have a smaller dimension outside and a larger dimension inside, that's incorrect. We don't want that. These lines should not be crossing right here. So again, I'm going to bring this out. That's too far this time, but bring that back in. Right there. And this one back in as well. So if we know the overall height and we know the step height, we can mathematically figure this one out. But right now we don't know this distance and this distance. So I'm going to pull off of a dimension from here to here and bring that up. And hit OK, and we're done. We know that if this is 1.5 and that's 0.75, we know what that has to be. Okay. Now, let's undo a couple of these, and I'll show you one more little step here. Right click, delete. We are frozen.